Can you guys hear me? I think that one's working. I don't think the other one is. Hopefully. I am back on the streaming software I used to use, and I'm hoping the sound is coming through. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Janice. Hi, Janice. Hi, Hope. Michelle. Tweety. Oh, from the UK. Awesome. Hello. Okay. So, let me give this just a second. This is why I started it early, so I could troubleshoot all of that fun stuff that I can't troubleshoot otherwise. Because, you know, that's always so much fun. And that's not what. Okay. Bear with me just 1 second here. Okay, so how is everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's having a nice Sunday. We got back yesterday late from our cruise. So we had gone on a Disney cruise for my 50th birthday, which was on last Monday, the 28th. And we got back last night. We were late taking off out of Orlando, and it was just, yeah. So we were late getting home last night, and I have been up since the crack of dawn down here trying to get stuff ready to go, and so on and so forth. So, all right, let's take a look at some kits. So I had several things set to post while I was gone, just to make sure that you guys would see them and so on while I was somewhere in the Caribbean. But I figured I would hop on here today and do like a more in-depth kit walkthrough of the kits that are available. Show you the 3 new paper lines that I've got going. I just lost my train of thought because my video that I was seeing was paused. So there you go. Okay, so let's start with the Doodlebug Butterfly Kisses Shaker Folio. So this one was from my design team project for Doodlebug from Friday. So this one is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And why is it 8 1/4 by 8 1/4? Because these little shaker panels on the front of this, I wanted them to be big enough without having to make the frame around them too tiny and too hard to put together. So let's take a look at the project itself. You're going to do a belly band with acetate and some of your leftovers. We've got our odds and ends pieces. We've got some the little shaker bits in here that are the Butterfly Kisses shakers, and I'm not even sure where they are, but they're butterflies and they're adorable. I was going to grab the jar and show you, and I've apparently put it away somewhere. So, like I said, it's been a day. Clear acetate on the front. On the back side, you've got the cute butterfly acetate, which I absolutely love. It's so much fun. And then I've just used the Chit Chat pieces and mirrored them so that you're not seeing the back sides of those from either side. Somewhere here I have something I could use. Okay, so first up we've got just a nice big photo spot, which of course all of that is loose, which if you're making this, you can leave it loose or not leave it loose. Half the time I forget because rarely do I ever put pictures and stuff because I'm horrible about it. I just like making the projects. That's all I can say. So first flap, we have got a nice big pocket in here. I've got some of the cut parts kind of stuck in here. I used almost every border strip that is in this paper collection on the border sheet at some point in this folio. I think I had one of them that I didn't use at least part of. So this is magnetic. on the back side here, we've got a 5x7 picture, and again, I've just used the odds and ends pieces to build a little scene here. I've used the word stickers from the This and That sticker sheet. We've got an acetate belly band here that I actually meant to put on the back side of this thing. And it wasn't until I was like I assembled it and I'm like, oh, that's not where I meant for that to go. So I ended up just using some of the bits and pieces and putting them at the bottom of the belly band just as a stop for my tags that are in there with the cut aparts. On the back side here, we've got some nice big flaps, photo spots. Of course, this is loose here and here, so you can tuck photos underneath there. We've got our belly bands here and here. That I've just got the journaling cut aparts on top of. I did map, apparently got that one super crooked. Oh my gosh. We've got the nice big belly bands here, and so you can actually stick some more photo mats underneath these as well. This opens up. We've got photo spots here, here, and here. And then we've got a little 3x4 waterfall. And at the bottom, I had to use the little door cut apart because he is so stinking cute. And so we've got another little hidden flip down underneath that. Another journaling cut apart here, and then I've just got my leftovers in here. So we've got an acetate box pocket that is 1/4 of an inch deep, so you've got plenty of space to tuck in extra pictures, so on and so forth. Hey, Raven! There. So that is the finished project. So let me get that closed all the way up, out of the way. So let's take a look at the actual kit. So the kits that I am doing will have everything you need in them to create the project. You need your basic tools, you need adhesive, okay? Everything else is in. Everything else is included. So for this one, you're getting an entire jar of the Butterfly Kisses Shaker Mix. So you can see that there, super cute. We have got, I'm not going to pull, well, now I can pull it out. You have got all of your cardstock that you need for the project. You've got your white cardstock for your photo mats. This is 80-pound. This is my creme brulee craft cardstock, and then we've got 65-pound white for photo mats, so they're not adding too much bulk. We've got our chipboard pieces in here, our plain acetate. Most of the plain acetate does have a little tissue paper on top of it. Not all of them do. It's just literally the luck of the draw as far as how it's packaged when I get it. You're getting a full sheet of the butterfly acetate. You are getting foam squares. You are getting a roll of score tape on this one, 1/4 inch score tape, because we do use a fair amount of score tape. So I did include that on this kit. You are getting the entire odds and ends pack. You will have a lot of these, not a lot. You'll have a lot of these left. And then you've got your magnet that is used on that pocket on the very top flap. So that is all in this bag here. Let me actually put this one back because this one actually does need to get mailed out today as soon as I get the directions printed off. There will also be a printed cutting guide for all of my kits as they are released that is included with your kit. And then there will be a separate page in there with a link to a separate document with detailed pictures. I didn't print those because I know me personally, I like to be able to pull those up on the computer and zoom in if I need to, rather than try to, you know, look at something that got printed out, you know, like at 4x4 and trying to figure out, okay, is that paper or is it this paper? So that is available. Of course, the video tutorial is already on YouTube. So if you already have this paper, you just want to follow the tutorial and make it on your own, go for it. You're also getting the entire 12x12 Butterfly Kisses paper pack. So that has all 12 pattern papers as well as the this and that sticker sheet that has all these cute little border stickers, and then your other fun elements. The little tabs, I don't think I ended up using. I intended to, and I can't remember why. I literally think I forgot to use them. But we're going to use almost all of these little words here. You're going to use a lot of these elements. So that is what all is coming in the Butterfly Kisses Shaker Folio Kit. Okay. Next up, let's look at the Simple Stories. Oh, well, it'd help if I put the cardstock back in the kit, huh? Oh my lord. Can you tell I'm tired? I can tell I'm tired. Oh my god. I think this is where this photo mat came from, actually. So this one is 10 by 10. It is a 1 inch and a 1/8 inch spine here because it does have this closure. When you open this up, it opens up flat like so. On this side, we've got a 5 by 7 frame over here. When you open this up, in fact, I know this is where this came from. I was like, when I came down here this morning, I'm like, why is there a photo mat just randomly sitting here? We've got a chipboard and just one of the cut aparts here just as a decoration. You could absolutely not mat it this way and just do a photo mat there. I've got some more photo mats in here, stacked pockets here. These are all just the stickers from the collection kit sticker sheet. We've got our chipboards, our big chipboards is what they're called, what Simple Stories calls those. Nice big layout spot here. And again, we've got the big bits. We've got a couple of chipboard pieces on here. We've got some pockets running sideways here. When you open this up, I took the tag cut aparts page and I used it to make some pockets top and bottom on the top and bottom flaps because I didn't want to try and tuck a bunch of little individual tags, but they're so cute and I wanted to actually be able to see the elements. And then I actually had somebody mention that it kind of looks like a fence, and I really kind of like that. I hadn't thought of that. That was fabulous. Yeah. So that's kind of what we went with there. Got some 5 by 7 photo mats, and you do have the paper, the cardstock in the kit to make the photo mats as well. So we've got a 4 by 6 waterfall here. And that's just one of the journaling cut apart pages. This is another piece of the big bits there. So I'm going to close this back up like so and like so. And then this one ties again over here. You can watch, poor little bow challenge me actually try and tie a bow. So that's always fun. All right. On the other side, we have a 4 by 4 waterfall. And so we've just used the 4 by 4 cut aparts there, and then one of the 4 by 6 here. On this other side, we've got one of the big chipboards along with another one of the cut aparts. And I did leave that somewhat loose. You could actually just do photo mats over here as well if you wanted to. Got another nice big photo mat here along with the big bits there. We've got a nice big pocket underneath that waterfall here. And on the back side, we've got another really nice spot for a picture. You could actually almost go to like a cropped 8 by 10 back here, depending on how you decorated this. We've got, again, the chipboards and some of the big bits. And then back here, we've got nice photo spots here, and then this whole thing folds out, and you've got lots of space for pictures here. We've utilized the big bits and a couple of the chipboards. So that's the finished project for this one. And this one, okay, and I'll just warn you now. There's a magnet here, and then there's magnets here. So when you see the tutorial, which I have not uploaded yet. I didn't have time before we left last week. Hey, Teresa. This, I actually used smaller magnets that I had to swap out when I was matting because they weren't quite strong enough. So you're actually getting different magnets than are shown in the tutorial, but they're actually bigger magnets. So this one I only have, as of 3 o'clock on Sunday, May 4th, I have 3 of this kit left. Now, I can order more of the pattern paper and the embellishments. What I cannot get more of right now is going to be this solid. In fact, I think I have like one of each left. The little gingham print that is in the kit, the blue and the green, Simple Stories is completely out of this. So if I end up doing more of this kit once this initial group of them is sold out, that will have to be swapped out probably with Color Vibe paper, which is their solid, and then the tone on tone polka dots on the other side, which would be fine. It would actually work really well with this as well. But just keep that in mind. If you want it in this exact configuration, there are 3 of them left. Okay, so there's that. Let's take a look at the actual kit for this, which I have apparently misplaced. No, I haven't. There it is. All right, so for this one, you are getting your black foam squares. You are getting your ribbon and your magnet. See, huge magnets. Tiny magnet. Tiny magnet goes on the right front page. The big magnets are your closures for the overall book. So we've got our ribbons and everything. We have the big chipboards from Simple Stories. We have the big bits. And I think I used all but like, I think the only ones in this I did not use were these little daisies. And that was just because honestly, like out of this collection is gorgeous. There's like the back side of one of these pink papers has like these odd looking daisies on them that I was like, these do not go. I don't understand this, but that may just be a me thing. So you've got your collection kit complete with its sticker sheet, and I did use almost all of these as well. And then in addition to that, you have, I can get it out of here. You have all of your black cardstock. You've got your white cardstock for matting. You've got your acetate, just a little tissue. You've got your chipboard, and then you've got 2 each of the clover and 2 of the iris gingham cardstock for your backing on this. Okay, put them back together. Because again, it's heading out the door. Hopefully in the morning. I have to still type up my cutting guide on this one because this one didn't get typed up. Everything else got typed up except this one. But I'm doing that today as soon as we're done with the live. Okay, so the other one that I wanted to show you is my beginner kit. And this one is going to be really fun. This one I'm actually going to do live on YouTube starting on Wednesday, May 14th. It's probably going to take us, I would think, 3 weeks, possibly 4. I don't know. I may do 2 lives in a week. I'm not honestly sure yet. I'm kind of just going to see how it goes when we go to do this. I have done projects live before for virtual retreats and things. I have not done one like this completely live. So, you know, just where it is a beginner album. I wanted to do it live simply so that if you have purchased the kit, this is your first time making something like this, that allows you, as we are cutting everything together, so we will cut the chipboard together, we will cut all of the cardstock, we will do all of the matting together, everything on the live. That will allow you to ask questions as we go. Okay. And again, it's going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be private. It's not going to be, you know, if you've got paper sitting at home and you've been wanting to try one of these and you just really aren't sure about it, then, hey, Louise, you know, you'll still be able to watch, you'll still be able to play along. It's absolutely fine. At this point, you know, I've been doing tutorials now for what, 7 years maybe. I was on the CCC design team for 6 years. I'm still on the Doodlebug design team, but Doodlebug actually doesn't require me to do tutorials. That's what I do. Like, they've got ladies on there that do, they do cards and they do layouts and they do other things. And I typically do mini albums, and I've always just done tutorials. That's just, but I will continue to post my tutorials. That's not changing. What is changing is I am now going to be offering kits for pretty much, hopefully, all of them that I do. Okay. How many of a kit I have is going to vary. Okay. Some of them I'm going to have tons, like this one. I can do lots and lots of this one. The Simple Vintage Flower Shop, not so much. So, I mean, that would be the only thing. Oh, thank you, Louise. Hey, Ruthie. You know, so that's going to be the only difference. I also, if it's something where you like the project, you don't necessarily want to use the paper, I am also going to start selling just the cutting guides. But I know the reason I went for kits, me personally, I love kits. I love getting a kit and having everything there to create the project as it was shown. Okay. Even if I may change up a little bit of matting, even if, you know, I may do something a little bit differently, I like having it all together. And hey, Crafty Chris, hello. And the reason I'm doing the kits as all-inclusive is because I hate when you get a kit for something and you have to supply the cardstock. Oh, you have to supply the chipboard. Oh, you know, I put in 6 magnetic closures, but I'm not going to give you the magnets. Oh, you know, here's this random ribbon that I had that, you know, is okay, but it's hard to tie or whatever. Like, I am creating the kits that I personally would want to buy myself if I were not, you know, if I were new to this, if I didn't design my own projects, I'm creating what I would like to be able to buy, and I don't really see many of them out there that are all-inclusive. So, the beginner class, like I said, we will be doing this one on YouTube. What you will need, if you are a beginner, if you have just found me, just to kind of give you a heads up, basic tools. You're going to want a paper trimmer of some kind. You're going to want a scoreboard. Oh my gosh. Scoreboard. You're going to want a scoring tool of some kind. Most of them come with one. I just am partial to like the little metal ball end ones. You're going to want, of course, scissors. You're going to want a bone folder of some kind. And of course a ruler. So that right there, that's your basic tools. Okay. That is probably one of my favorite things about mini albums is you don't have to have a ton of stuff to do them. Like, you can have bare minimum tools and you're able to do these. You know, I mean, just like for the most part with most layouts, you don't need a ton of stuff unless you're getting like super fancy. Like, there are some of the ladies on the Doodlebug design team that do some of the most incredible layouts with all these elements and all this technique and everything. And I just look at that and I go, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I can't do that. I don't know. I probably could. But my brain does not work in the 12 by 12 layout space. I don't know why, because it's not like this is that much different. That's just not how my brain works. But that's one of the coolest things about mini albums is you don't need like a ton of super expensive, you know, varied tools that you use for like one little tiny thing. It's a very simple, you know, what it is that you need. Okay. So we got that. So let's take a look at the book. And like I said, if you're used to my tutorials, this is a beginner album. This is a very simple album. It is 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. It has a 2-inch spine. And I'll show you the kit, but like I said, you're going to get everything. You need your basic tools like I just showed you, and you need adhesive. Now, I typically use art glitter. I am getting set up where I may be able to carry art glitter, but at the moment I'm not sure that I really want to get too far into that yet, because at this point, sometime down the road, I probably will, but at this point, I'm not just selling the individual products. I'm doing just the kits. That, like I said, will probably change at some point in the future, but for now, we're doing kits. That's, kind of my bandwidth at the moment. I do have a full-time job in addition to the new full-time job I've created for myself. But that's kind of the thinking behind this. Okay, so you'll need adhesive. I like to use the rolls of double-sided tape from scrapbook.com. Okay, the 6-inch wide roll is like 81 feet, and it's like $34. Okay, it will last you forever. Like, I make a ton of these, and I go through about one of those about every 9 months, and that's with as many projects as I end up making. Okay, so unless you're like producing a ton of stuff, one of those rolls will last you forever. It is not something that I can sell, so I'm telling you where I go to get mine. So, okay, so on the front here, we've got our cut apart, we've got our little chipboards. When we open this up, we have got cut aparts just tucked in here because they were so cute, and I didn't want to cover up the pretty back paper on these, so I did not mat my cut aparts. We've got super cute, like, little chunky tags that are in this paper collection. It's so cute. So we've got a side loading pocket. Across from that, we've got a nice little gatefold page and another pocket in here. So again, nothing super complicated. See, because I loved that paper, but I loved the cut apart. So this, I was like, just don't mat the backs. So like super cute little rainbows, umbrellas. I'm telling you, I need to just go to bed and start over today because it's, that tired. Anyway, okay. Next page, we've got a nice belly band. We've got photo mat and a cut apart underneath that. Chipboard on top. We've got some of our little chunky tags here with a tuck spot that is holding our flaps down. And then we've got another photo mat in there. So nothing that is super difficult. These are all very basic elements that you'll find in most mini albums. So we will go through all of the cutting, all of the scoring, construction, all that kind of stuff. Just like I do on any normal tutorial, this one will just be live and slower than I normally go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Pray for me. Okay, photo mats. Again, we've got the nice big belly band with one of the cute cut aparts here and here, same thing. When you open this up, we've got a nice layout page going back here. Lots and lots of spots for pictures. Lots and lots of spots for pictures. On the back side here, we've got a pocket on top of a flap. This opens up, and we've got another nice big pocket in here. So there's going to be lots and lots of places to just tuck in your photos without having to do a whole lot to them, any of that kind of thing. There is a magnet, of course, on this page, which will be included in the kit. So we've got lots, and I didn't want to cover this up. That was just too pretty. So we've got a couple of tuck spots here where you could tuck your photos underneath there. This actually was not supposed to be there. I had closed this way, and I'm like, oh, how did I not mat that? So I matted it, and then I realized I had already matted it, but it's okay. It's still cute. I need a visit to the Haunted Mansion room. You guys, seriously, we were on the Disney Treasure, which is their newest ship, and they have this Haunted Mansion parlor bar, and I am like a total like Disney adult. I will readily admit that. The Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride out of all of the Disney rides. They did this bar themed after the Haunted Mansion that is like you're sitting inside the ride. It was fabulous. It was just, seriously, I could have spent the entire cruise just sitting in there watching the different things that happened. Anyway, it was amazing, and the drinks were amazing. And yes, I absolutely need a visit there, and probably a cocktail at this point. that's my problem. I don't know. Okay, last page, we've got another nice flap, and then we've got some stacked pockets here. Super easy. And then we're going to do a very simple waterfall, and I'm going to show you a trick to make them nice and straight every single time you do them. So that is that. And then I'm going to watch my little bow challenge self try to tie that off. All right. So the kit. This kit. Oh my gosh, this kit. Okay, this kit is going to come to you in this lovely project pouch from 49 and Market. Inside your pouch will be plenty of, why is there one missing off of that? It must have stuck to something. Foam squares. We've got tiny ones. We've got the normal ones. We have your one set of magnets in the bag with your ribbon. You've got your score tape because it's a beginner album. This is one of the things that makes it very easy to build your cover. So you've got your score tape. You've got your chipboards. You've got your paper collection. Full paper collection with the stickers along with the full set of the matching solids. You have got your chipboard, which again, we will cut the chipboard together. You've got all of your cardstock and all of your white cardstock for your photo mats. And I kind of went back and forth on this. You're getting a set of cover spacers. Okay, so the lay flat album method, which is the only method I've used now for, I don't know, probably 5 years. Oh, the pouches, seriously, like I had the word when they got here and I opened them up and I'm like, oh, these are nice. I'm like, do I really have to list them for sale? Can't I just use them all in my room? It's horrible. I'm gonna have to, and I actually need to order some more of them because I offered them as an add-on option on the Greenhouse album. I love them. They're amazing. Okay. Anyway, back to the album. The lay flat album cover method is a much, much easier way to do the albums, but you need spacers. And there are spacers that are sold by Country Craft Creations. I kind of took the spacers and did a little bit of improving on them, I think. I don't know. To me, if I were brand new, the things I would want to see, okay, these are only in this kit. They are not anywhere else on my website. At this point, I don't plan on putting them anywhere else on the website. Like I've got other tools. These are just in this beginner kit only, okay? So you're getting your set of spacers and they are clear because what I have found, and again, this might just be a me problem, but I like being able to see where my paper is underneath my spacers. Yes, I know you can kind of push and you think it's up there all the way, but like I've gone to use pattern paper to wrap like my spine so that I have that pattern paper coming around the outside on the book, and had it get slightly off because it did slide slightly when it was underneath. So that's why they're clear. Okay. I also have etched on here, and I hope you guys can see this. Yeah, I think you guys can see it okay on camera. I have also etched on here which space you're using where, because again, if you're new to this, it can be incredibly confusing, okay? Top spacer. So you know this spacer is going to be on the top through every step of building your cover, okay? This is going to be your cover spacer when you're building the two cover pieces. This is your spine spacer, which is wider, and so you know you've got the right spacer in the right place. Also, see the squirrel? See my little squirrel on here? If your squirrel's right side up, you've got these in the right position, in the right place, okay? Just to make it easier for you. You don't have to try and remember which one goes where, but those are in the kit. They are not unmasked because if you really want to get crazy, before you take the masking off, you can like flood paint in here and fill in those letters. I don't think you need it because when it's on your desk right in front of you, you can absolutely see these. They don't need it doesn't need to be filled in, but if you wanted to, you could. Okay, so that is what is in the beginner kit. Okay, and again, even if you aren't a beginner and you just want to, you know, do this and follow along, by all means, go for it. If you've got, you know, paper and stuff you want to use and follow along, go for it. I'm not trying to gatekeep how I make my albums. I'm not trying to, you know, oh, the only way you can get this one is if you pay to play. I'm not doing that. I'm not about that. That's not my thing. But I am going to help you if you want to do it exactly like I'm doing it. I have the kit to help you out with that part. So, yeah, so the other thing I wanted to show you is the other 3 kits that are coming hopefully later on this week. Again, we'll see how my week goes. I'm just going to show you the paper collections. I have not started the actual projects themselves. They're sketched out. They're ready to go. Thank you, Teresa. But we can, just so you see which papers are coming. First up, we have Beach Town from Cartabella. This one is so pretty. And I've got like my measurements and everything figured out. I just need to sit down and make this. This one we will be using the craft cardstock with it. The next one is going to be Secret Garden from Cartabella. And it's really been kind of fun because I've kind of just been in this like doodlebug groove for so long, and, you know, throwing in some simple stories. I hadn't done anything with Echo Park in probably 2 or 3 years, and I had so much fun doing that beginner kit that I was like, oh, let's get some Cartabella, because I always love Cartabella. It's just gorgeous. This one's going to be an easy, the kit that's going to be put together for the Secret Garden is going to be an easy one. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a fun one to do. So, I mean, just look at this. It's so pretty. I think this one is going to be on craft. It might be on white. Or no, this one's going to be on, I take it back. This one is going to be craft. This one's going to be white. I knew I had something switched around there. Okay. And then the last one is Crafty Babe from Simple Stories. This one is going to be a super quick, super easy make. We are going to be using one of the Simple Stories flip albums for this. This one I envisioned, I can talk, as something for, you know, you're going to a crop or a retreat or something with one of your friends, and you make this as just a little keepsake to give to your friend. That was kind of my thought with this one. This paper is so cute. It's like this combination of the craft stuff and Barbie, and I love Barbie. Thank you, Haley. I love Barbies. I've always loved Barbies. I still have Barbies sitting in our storage room. I just did a Barbie junk journal a while back. But so this one just spoke to me for that reason. And so this one's going to be super fun. It's going to be super easy, but I've got a couple more elements coming for this that I thought were going to be here when I got home, and Simple Stories hasn't shipped it yet. So hopefully I'm getting that Monday or Tuesday, and can get moving on this one, because this one's going to be a fun one. But so those are the 3 that are coming up. I also, which I don't have the paper yet, of course, because I just ordered it sitting in the airport last night. The Cartabella National Parks, and I've got something really different planned for that one that's going to be fun, and I think is going to be perfect for that paper, but that one's not here yet. So and from that point moving, oh, and that's what else I have planned. So Doodlebug has 2 new mini lines coming out here in the next like week or so. I'm not sure when they actually ship. One of them is Be Happy. The other one is Berry. Oh my gosh, what is the name of it? Berry something other. One of them has bees and bears, and the other one has strawberries and like ladybugs. They are both absolutely adorable. I actually got to see the proof sheets of them when I went to pick up my Doodlebug order before we left for the cruise. And I've got both of those planned out. Both of those will be the same. You'll just pick which line you want. But I've got those planned out and ready to go too as soon as I have that paper in my hot little hand. So that will be fun. Plus, there will probably be some more coming for that because, of course, I'll have design, because the two kits I'm doing for those are not my design team kits, or not my design team projects. They are just going to be a kit specifically for the kid. And there might be one more coming with Butterfly Kisses. We have one more round of that to do for design team for Doodlebug. And I still haven't figured out what I'm doing exactly yet. Actually, no, I take it back. I did figure out what I'm doing for that one. I take it back. I did figure that one out. That one may be a kit too, because that one's going to be a fun one, and it's not going to be a super difficult one. So, yeah, so there you go. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday, and I have one more cutting guide to write today so I can get them printed and packed and on their way out to those of you who have ordered already, which thank you very much. Oh, very sweet. Thank you, Raven. Yes, it is so cute. It is so cute in person. And I just have to say, so with the mini kits that they're doing, the 12 by 12, there's 6 different patterns. 6 different patterns? Yes. And you're getting 2 sheets of each. Oh, Haley, seriously, it's insane. You're getting 2 sheets of each. There's 6 by 8 pads. You're getting those same ones scaled down, plus you're getting additional patterns that are exclusive to the 6 by 8 kit or paper pad. It's amazing. They're the odds and ends. Instead of it being a traditional like odds and ends and chit chat and bits and pieces, it's called all the things, and it's like elements of all 3 of those in one pack. I love it. It is amazing. Oh, thank you, Ruthie. It is amazing. It is so cool. It is going to be so much fun. They're still doing the icon stickers. They're still doing the puffy icons. And they're doing, what else? Oh, shakers. Which that, I haven't decided if I'm going to go ahead and do one of those with that kit. I haven't decided yet. But the shakers, oh my god, I saw the shakers in person. They're so cute. They're so cute. I just, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so there we go. Kits. Grab your kits. More kits are coming. And, yeah, so I will maybe try and hop on later on this week and we'll just play and craft and do something fun unrelated to this stuff, just because, you know, I still want to craft and do things in addition to this. So I will try and maybe do that later this week. And yeah, so I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!